What's up, y'all? What's going on? What's happening? Oh, it's glitter. What's going on? What's happening? So, some of my African American friends have been hitting me in my inbox to ask me this question. They said, why are Africans not as activated about what is happening with the George Floyd situation? Why do they feel like whenever there's like police brutality things, Africans don't show up? First things I have to say is, how do you know Africans are not showing up? Because we all don't have an accent. Does not mean we're not showing up. How do you know that we're not bothered by the situation if you don't know who is African or not? Because literally African Americans and black Africans are the same people who are black. So I don't think there's a separation. I think everybody is freaking scared. Everybody's freaking worried. Everybody is like, my African friends have been hitting me up. Are you okay? In Africa, hitting me up. Are you okay? It's really horrible what's happening in America. It's really horrible. It's not safe for black people. Africans. So let's go ahead and debunk that myth. And because I can very much say that I feel like a lot of African Americans don't get upset when stuff is happening in Africa. But I'm not going to go there in this live. On this video, I'm not going to go there because it does happen, right? So how do you feel about that? So do you think as African Americans, you show up when things happen in Africa? Because there's been a lot of things that's happening in Africa and I ain't seen one post or one flag thrown up. I saw more French flags thrown up when the Notre Dame was burning than when things happened in Africa. But don't say you heard it from me. So I want to say that there is no African American, there is no African, we are all in this together. Like, it's going to continue because unfortunately our skin seems to incite race wars. I don't understand why our skin seems to be a problem. I've never seen a people that their skin incites so much drama. What is it about our skin tone? What is it? Our skin tone seems to scare people. So honestly, about this whole situation, I'm really, really worried about it. I'm really, really scared because you know what? It could be anybody. It could be me. It could be you to be going through this. But it continues to happen. And it's sometimes not only just white cops. It's also black cops, Latino cops, different kind of cops. There is a system in the blue that needs to be worked on. There's a systematic failure on how these young men are trained to take down people, how these young people are trained to arrest people, and not to say things don't happen to them when they're in duty and things happen to them that are horrible, because a lot of cops also go through shit within the NYPD or within, like, you know, whatever, you know, fraction of police officers they have in your state. So I personally think there needs to be a retraining done. If we really want to act like we're tackling this, there needs to be a whole diversity training. And also, how can you take people down without killing them? Like, why are you putting your leg in somebody's neck? It makes no freaking sense to me. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. It should not be allowed. Nobody deserves to die because you're arresting them. Okay? There's some people that are terrible, but you know, child molesters. I'm sorry. I think they need to go. But that's my business. That's my ism. But I think that everybody is going through, like, you know, I'm saying some people may not show it, but they might have donated. They may have signed petitions. They may have done different things. So don't assume because you don't see somebody post on social media that they're not worried about this and it doesn't bother them. Because some people could be doing things in different ways and they could be tackling it in different ways. And don't make this an African versus African American thing. Because you know what? When we are all put in the same container, there's nobody will be separated. All blacks will be together. We will be in one container. There is no separation. When you hurt, I hurt. Period. When black and brown hurt, I hurt. And that's just what it is. And you know, we have to start saying no. And the way that you really say no, the way that you really let people know that this shit is fucking bothering you, is by taking away their motherfucking commerce. Because you know what makes people tick? Money na hand, back na grounds. When you stop their money, they start to make noise and they start to ask for accountability. So think about that. Because when you stop people money, now that's what's happening. So I see something going around about July 7th is the all black, all day, you know, boycott all businesses, you know what I'm saying, unless you're supporting black and brown businesses. Understood, but why should we start July 7th? Why don't we start on Monday? So my sister and my when I started something, don't buy anything on Monday. Okay, not July 7th, because by July 7th, we're going to be thinking about barbecues. Because we're that, you know what? Let's be real simple. We are really one-track minded people, and our minds, we have moved on to the next thing. Is what it is. It is what it is. So we need to start now. If you want to support black and brown people, don't support any businesses that doesn't support black and brown people. That's it. Starting Monday, okay? We'll give you Monday start, because Monday's whenever I start my diet. Doesn't ever really happen for me, but yeah. Make sure you start on Monday, because we're not going to be supporting. We're not going to stand for this. We're not going to sit for this. There's so many people getting lost left and right. And make sure also, as you are getting lost in all of this like white noise that they're throwing around, that you're also keeping abreast of what's really going on also with the, you know, the vaccinations and what's going on with this, you know, pandemic. There's so much going on. I know we're dealing with a lot of stuff and our brains are full. Some of us don't have jobs. Some of us are like struggling. But in the thick of things, we need to stay really abreast. This time, don't just ingest the news that they're throwing at you. Make sure you're researching and back researching. Okay. And all those fact check sites are created by crazies. So make sure before you even believe the fact check sites, you're checking the right sites. So this is Glitter. This is my 1212. We're not going to tolerate you killing black folk. Period. It's not a game. We're not, because we're black doesn't mean that we are motherfucking targets. And I'm cursing on here. Okay? We're not targets. We're not target practice. Find somebody else to shoot on, kill, and do whatever. Because right now, we're quite frankly freaking tired. Let me feel that if my brother goes outside or I go outside, that you're not having a fucking bad day. You want to just, you know, practice your killing sports on me. Okay? So let's remember that we are all, there are more allies than there are things. So let's get together and realize that we have to be accountable. Everybody's accountable. And we have to care about all issues as they happen. Not just certain issues. All issues pertain to us that are. Because you know what? As soon as it has anything to do with us as a whole, let's think about all issues. It's Glitter.